For Kansas farmer Chase Larson, being the CEO of Best of 4 Farms means being the CEO of 6 different companies. The Belleville, Kansas farmer has an eye to lead and a heart to serve. And as Clinton Griffiths shows us this weekend, at just 40 years old, this top producer of the year finalist's ability to overcome adversity while still growing will inspire you.
I'm a pilot, and so there's always a plan, execute, debrief type of scenario of everything you do.
A pilot by training and a farmer by trade, Chase Larson runs his operation more like a Fortune 500 company than he does a farm.
Being able to get outside of what you're doing every day and hearing other people's experience is crucial to making it a successful company.
From regular board meetings to his involvement in peer groups, Chase took over as CEO about a year ago.
He was doing a lot of the responsibilities up to that point, as far as negotiations, as far as cropping decisions, negotiations, relationships, everything it takes to run a farm. He'd earned that respect, and my feeling time was right.
He walked in and said, as of right now, my mom was there too and said, you are CEO of all Best of 4.
A surprise in a way, but Chase has always been an integral part of the operation, even buying and brokering loads of hay in college.
That's how I kind of really got into logistics and shipping, negotiating. That's how I really got into it, when we got into the trucking business.
Today, Best of 4 Hay Company and Best of 4 Farms are just 2 of the 6 businesses that make up the Best of 4 family of companies. Best of 4 has 40 employees, 30 of which are full-time. And one business that's sprouted within the past decade is a company called Grandpa's Best.
As we realized we had some really good talent around us, and being in the hay business for a long time, we said, how hard can it be to start a pet food company? And it's really hard.
The wild idea to start a pet food company that didn't come from Chase or Thane. The idea came from Chase's late wife.
She came out here and she just got a curious mind, but she walked the pastures, and she was a K-State grad, so she said, I wonder what else can eat this besides cattle. So she got 7 or 8 or 10 different species of grasses, and she sent them to K-State for research. What else will eat this? And it came back with the rabbits, gerbils.
They hired a firm to help explain the pet food business, uncovering a $3 billion pet food market worldwide.
And we said, well, sure, there's a piece of that we can find.
A business that's doubled in sales every year since 2019.
Chase and Celine, they brought a difference, and they just taken it to and put it on steroids, and all of a sudden it's taken off in a whole different direction, and we're excited about it.
Celine Larson was a light on the farm, in their family and in their community.
She was someone that was an entrepreneurial spirit, enjoyed agriculture.
In 2017, Celine was diagnosed with cancer. Their 4 kids were 2, 4, 6, and 8 at the time. And Chase's focus shifted from farming to fighting for Celine's life with treatments in Texas.
I think the longest stint was like 36 days that we never came back. My mom took him to school every day, got him ready, fed him, took over that role as why we were down there fighting cancer.
On December 9th, 2019, a little over 2 years since she was first diagnosed with stage 4 melanoma, Celine Larson passed away at the age of 35.
When she passed away, it changes your perspectives and what's important in life and what you want to do, what you don't want to do. Most people think, how do you get through things like that? But these negatives are not negatives.
Constantly striving for balance, Chase is always uncovering new ways to grow. His latest endeavor, an app for real-time water management.
And so we figured out how to write it, got the right code writers, and hired them, and went from concept to that in 3 months.
The system now has thousands of wells across 3 states. Best of 4 Farms has doubled in size in the last 16 years, growing to 12,000 acres. And Chase says this 6th-generation farm isn't done yet.
Very entrepreneurial, driven, not afraid to fail, not to figure out a mistake here or there. You're not going to grow without constant change and being outside of your borders.
Chase's constant search for value, while not losing sight of the fact quality is their legacy, is why Chase Larson is a finalist for 2025 Top Producer of the Year.
Chase was one of the 3 Top Producer of the Year finalists recognized during our annual Top Producer of the Year Awards banquet last week. All 4 girls were by his side. Chase actually played college football, and he constantly reminds his girls they're a team. And even though they lost one of their team members when their mom passed away, they're still one big team doing this together. When we come back, why food security is national security. Ag Around the World is next.